Hi guys, it's MicheleMarieDalene. Hail Mary me to all of you, and today we have a lot of things to go through, and so we're going to start with the most basic. What's the story with the internet? Well, the home internet is still FUBAR, and the technician is supposed to come by today, after he was supposed to come out yesterday and he didn't show up. Could be because of the weather or whatever, but he's supposed to come today and fix the internet so it'll work. So how in the heaven's name are you getting a video if the internet doesn't work? So we're using my iPhone 3GS and tethered it to the computer on a T-Mobile plan that allows for tethering for $60 a month. I got a plan that gives me about 3 gigabytes, technically at 4G speeds, but since it's 3G, it's only just 3G. It's 3G speed for me. 0.10 megabits per second is about a kilobyte per second up. Right, not that fast. It's about the speed of a dial-up line. The download speed is close to that of 5 megabits per second, which for this application wouldn't really make much of a dang difference. But it's better than nothing. And the next screen you can see here what exactly is going on with the internet. The things that are blacked out are private information that I don't really want shared, so I redacted them. And as you can see in screen, the next screen here, I did the diagnostics, and you'll see everything passes except the IP test. When I looked at the IP test, I see where it says it failed. And specifically, all 3 sub-IP tests failed. So, even though I said it authenticated okay, it's not actually getting data. So, I don't know what the story is with that. Hopefully, a technician will get it fixed today. Right now, Frontier has got to get its act together, because if they don't start getting a better customer service experience going, they're going to lose their customer service, because people are just, get fed up with that they're not actually listening, or because of my hearing loss and because of their hiring basically people that may, for first level technical support, that may not know what they're doing in some areas. I left us with a Tower of Babel, and things just didn't get done right. Well, besides the Tower of Babel, I brought a few other things to talk about. Speaking of the history of our internet connection here at Planet Pink Rose, or at the North American Snow Queen Palace, which is part of Pink Rose Communications, I wanted to show you some of the my old DSL gear. And along with a few new things. The first thing I'm going to show you is the very first DSL modem. It's a speed stream, okay? And yes, technically it still works. Unfortunately, this bridge uses PPPoE. It does not necessarily use IPv6, and it's actually very much a stupid device in the sense that it does not actually authenticate by itself. You load your PPPoE software on your computer, such as Roaring Penguin on Linux, to access the authentication. It has this big, huge, honking power supply. This is a big monster. 18 volts AC output, 800 milliamperes. It's a big power adapter. It's heavy. And inside this device here, it filters the voltage from 18 volts AC to the appropriate voltages that it needs on the circuit board. I did like it because I like the fact that they give me a lot of information on the lights. For example, activity light would show me, and the ENET light, which is Ethernet light, would work great. And you could watch as the lights would do a chase sequence when it was running. It's really kind of cool that way. Of course, that is technically a dinosaur. And while there may still be some of those modems laying around on the internet, they're pretty much a dinosaur. The next thing I want to show you is a bit smaller. I got two of them. I'm trying to make sure I get the right one here. So I'm trying to show you these in chronological order. This one, it's a lot smarter. It's got self-authenticates, but it only has one Ethernet connection on the output. And so that would mean that you'd have to connect this into a switch so you can actually have multiple connections coming off of it. It does have its own DHCP server in it, but otherwise it's pretty typical size. It uses 12 volts DC power adapter, which is a Wispel adapter here. And just take a little bit of the other wires. I was going to show you things. I was going to show you. Oh, here it is. And so this uses the same power adapter as the next modem does. 12 volts DC, positive tip, negative ring. Little miniature switching power supply. Pretty basic device. Pretty simple. Works okay. Then I upgraded to this one because I thought I was having some technical problems with that, and I really wasn't. But this here is also a speed stream. This one is a little more sophisticated in it. I believe this is the one that does have another DHCP server in it as well. This one here, again, uses the same power adapter. It's got the lights in the front here that shows the power Ethernet, DSL, internet, and activity lights. Pretty good. This has got 5 lights versus the 4 on the other one. And it uses the same power adapter, so it makes it easy to plug in any kind of power supply I want. Only thing is I noticed that the inner pin is a little bit bigger diameter than the standard 2.5 millimeter. So which means that some power supplies cords won't plug into it very well without a fight. Now, we got 2 more things to show you, and as I said, we're going to try to get as much of their stuff done today with the internet as it is. As I said, the technician is going to be looking at it today. So, all I can tell you is I hope he's going to get fixed by today, but because it's Sunday, I don't know much about what the problem may be. It could be anything from something at the central office to my residential gateway could be toast. I don't know. Well, I won't even bother trying to answer that question. Just to say that they are looking at it, and you can hear my throat is a little sore. It's dry in here, and because that dryness gets the heat's been on, I'm gonna have to add some humidity. I do got a humidifier in my bedroom, but I'm gonna have to attach it to the wall because my cats like to jump on it and then knock it over. Now, if it's got about 10-15 gallons of water in it, that's the last thing I want to do is have it knock it over. So I gotta find a way to bolt it to the wall so that it doesn't get knocked over easily. Now, the next things, I mentioned these. I got 2 of them. This is the little thermometer probes. Yes, that is the temperature in here, 23.1 degrees. They're not exactly totally calibrated. They are a little bit off. Depending on when you use them, when you look at them, the off is really not that much, depending on some applications. according to the specifications, it said if it's off by about 1 degree Celsius, it's fine. In some circumstances, I've seen that 1 degree Celsius. Is that going to mess up the cryokinesis experiments? It could. I just have to make sure to make note of it when I start the control tests to make sure that the thing has been sitting on a platform. Let's see how much just went up just from my hand touching that one probe there. It works. Okay, I already checked my freezer with it, and my freezer was a little bit off calibration, but it's now pretty good now. Alright, next thing. I talked about the lens. I never got a chance to show you the lens because, unfortunately enough, I don't have the filters yet to make testing it practical, but I can certainly show you the lens. When I bought it, it did not come with this twisty on, okay? I added that later. It's just a regular thumb screw from a DB connector. It just screws right into where the original thing rod would go to zoom. And when I'll demonstrate the difference between a zoom and a varifocal. I already showed you the varifocal. So what I'll do eventually is I will get you a test going so I can show you the zoom. It's really a nice lens. It's got my adapter ring on it, extra one, so that we can go and plug a radio without necessarily screwing up the exposure. Start me screw this thing too hard on. That's like Michelle, right? Always screws too hard. Is that supposed to be funny? No, but I'll take it. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so this is the lens, and it does have a 52 millimeter thread on the end here for filter. And I did test it, and it works very nice. So as soon as the special filter comes in, we'll put it together and I'll show it to you. Technically, it's a fast lens. It's a fast zoom lens. Very fast. Now, all the stuff that I've showed you is a variety of stuff. Are we going to be able to buy much this month? No. Because I had to use the $60 plan for my phone that basically killed all the finances for the upgrades for the studio until next month. We'll work on it. We'll figure it out. But you know what? I could still use your help. So if you guys feel like giving a donation, it would make a really wonderful difference in helping me to create a better studio experience. And that's the way it is, I guess. Well, anyway, for the time being, I just wanted to say to you, I thank you all for watching this video. And I'm hoping that we will have a really full service internet up today so we can get things done. But obviously, because of the fact it's being uploaded by a cell phone, it's going to take a while to do. So I'm going to have to just compress the schmutz out of this to make it as small as possible, which I really don't want to do, but oh well, that's the breaks. You know, you try. And because the guy is coming between the hours 8 and 5, I don't have anybody to cover me when I'm downstairs that comes to get coffee. So I bought my coffee now. Last night I didn't even have anything to do until I finally turned on the internet by going onto my T-Mobile app on my phone and go ahead and bought the airtime, and then I was able to get that on so we could do something. And like you heard with Dory and Mike, I was last night I was coughing up a storm myself because of the dry air. And that's going to be another little project I'm going to work on off camera, is to see if we can find a way to mount the humidifier to the wall so that the cats don't knock it off when they stand on it. And don't forget, these old buildings, the floors are never totally square. I mean, but if you got about 5 or 6 gallons of water inside the thing, the last thing you want to do is have a flood. And I'm sure by now it probably is going to need a little bit of preventive maintenance to make sure that the filters are clean and all that before I do that. So I'm going to get to that today. And yes, I got the data on my phone, so now I can do things. But I can also take my phone with me to the soup kitchen. Yay! I can actually will be able to do, again, vlogs from the soup kitchen as well. So for the time being, I hope to talk to you soon, and I hope that things will be working up to speed very soon. Okay? Bye-bye for now.